YouTube, what's going on? It's Thursday night, May 9th, 2019. And I have a little haul here that I would like to share. Starting with this Toyopet Crown Wagon. It's a very hard car to find. It's a... Oh, hang on. I'm trying to get the box. It's a fairly early... Let's see here. Well, here's the box. It's pretty early. It's got the old box, the old insert. There is a Toyota Crown Wagon that came out a little bit later. I have that one in green. But this one here is tough. Tough to find. Not just a car you can go to eBay for. Man, it is so gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I like how TLV used to have the front windows down. They stopped doing that for the most part. They do it very rarely. This was gifted to me from Dicastrum by way of Lamar Fashion. Thank you, both of you guys. Thank you, Lamar, for parting with it. Thank you, Dicastrum, for the incredible gift, as this is a very expensive car. And I mean like, it's expensive. The F40 has nothing on this. At least not right now. Later on it will. Later on the F40 will be more valuable. But this is so cool looking. I had this car in my collection 3 or 4 years back, and oh man. I had some TLV cars that I got rid of. I sorely regret doing that. And I won't do it again. If I ever get to the point where I stop collecting and I sell my collection, 2 things I will for sure keep. All of my TLVs and a good chunk of my Auto World. And I'll probably end up keeping some of the Greenlight stuff too. It just sucks that they don't have boxes to store them in. This car is unbelievable how nice it is. Almost impossible to find. You can go to eBay. There are a couple of these on eBay. But you got to be prepared to spend about $200 to get one. Now you can find these every now and then. An auction will go up and you can get it for a lot less, but it's still expensive. This is a beautiful car. Thank you, Dicastrum, very much for that. Okay, I got a few other Tomica limited vintage castings tonight. I met up with the toy pimp tonight at his house. You guys got to wait till the end of this video. Something you've never seen before. But while I was over there, I thought, you know what? I might as well snag a couple of these. I'm really trying to get aggressive with the TLV stuff. So what do you think of that car? Nice enough car for you? This one here is a... Don't know the year. I don't know what happened to my camera just now, but LV53 Nissan Laurel. Cool car. And like always, guys, I'm going worst to first. Well, not necessarily. I'm going from awesome to awesome. The TLVs are probably the nicer. All right, this one. Woo. Oh man, that is just a work of art. Which all of these Tomica limited vintage cars are all works of art. The best brand in 1 to 64 scale, hands down. I don't often agree with Lamley, but I definitely agree with, I think his name is John. I definitely agree with him when it comes to Tomica limited vintage. None of the other brands, you can name it. It could be Tarmac, Kyosho, Ignition, any of them. To me, I don't think they're on the same level. That's not to say that they're not like extremely nice cars. I just don't think that they're as good overall in quality and in build quality, fit and finish. Man, that is just gorgeous. Nissan Cedric. There are some really cool versions of this car that you can get. This one is... Oh, it's the faraway box. Ugh. So this one is... it's an older one too, I think. It's version A. Sometimes those version A's can sell for a little bit more money. This is a 1975 Nissan Cedric 2000 GL. If you're wondering how I got the year, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the box, some of them tell you the year. Not all. I'd say maybe 25% of them will tell you the year. The rest of them don't. But 1975 Nissan Cedric in a brownish metal flake, brown and gold, brownish gold color. Look at the interior on that. Look at the steering wheel. You just don't see that quality in this scale very often. And then everything else, the headlights and tail lights, the wheels, prototypical wheels. The not just the attention to detail, but the precision in which it's put together. You never see flaws. You don't see offset taillights. You don't see crooked bumpers or, you know, it's extremely rare that you see that stuff. Man, this thing is a stunner. Oh man, I love that car. The question is, do I love it as much as this? That I don't know. So this one here is the 1979 Nissan Laurel 2000 GLE. This is version B. This is a newer release, I believe. Awesome casting. Wouldn't be my first color choice, but it is a really good looking color. Like a root beer Dr. Pepper color. Get out of here. That's just insane. How anybody could talk negatively about these cars is beyond me. Even the price, you know, people gawk at the price. Yeah, well, they're $25. Little peanut butter colored interior. Man, that is slick. Slick looking. So no Toyotas tonight. It's definitely a Nissan night. He had his Toyotas set aside because he's heading off to Long Beach for the the annual Toyota show. I did manage to pick up this Tarmac 930. Which I have to tell you, I like this casting a lot better than the Apple. I like the Apple Deco better, but I like this casting better. I like this car better. I like the 930 series, the 934. Dude, that is great looking too. But, such is always the case with Tarmac, this is a static display. The front wheels are free. The rear wheels are log jammed. And the only Tarmac Works car, premium car, because I do have the Audi R8 that came in the box. That one rolls great. But of all the Tarmac premium cars that come in the acrylics, the only one that I've ever got that rolled was the Toyota Supra. And it rolled okay. It didn't roll great. But the Lancer, the Civic, both Porsches, the BMW, none of them roll. But as you can see, they do look amazing. Stance on this thing is out of control. I would rather have a car with a proper stance that doesn't roll than a car with like a Johnny Lightning that has a horrible stance but it rolls. So I will say that. All right, now we're going to get to this. This is something, I don't know if it's been shown on YouTube yet. It might have, but it's brand new. It just hit the States. A new die-cast company, a new casting. This car has never been done in 1:64 scale. Let's take a look. I'm going to just get the box here and see if I can get any information on it. All right, so it's a 1989 Honda Prelude SI. It's a third generation Honda Prelude. It's a new diecast company. The quality, this is my first time looking at it. The quality looks great. I mean, it looks as good as Kyosho, in my opinion, as good as Tarmac. I like that they're civilian models and not race cars. Prototypical wheels, which appear to be highly detailed. You've got the spoiler, the lensed taillights. My camera sucks at focusing a moving target here. Really nice side view mirrors. The color on this one is great. It's a nice metallic, almost like a gunmetal. The official color based on the box is pewter gray metallic. Now on this one I did get 4 of the 5 colors. One of them is not for me, and that's this one here. This is going to Champion DJK. 1989 Honda Prelude SI. This one is in frost white. I wish he had an extra white one, because I would have got it. But I got all the other colors. This one here is awesome. This was my first choice, but when I got it, it looks like there's an issue with the front wheel. Let's take a look. This is the same car in red. I have the TLV Honda Prelude in red, which is a second gen Prelude. The one we're looking at is a third gen. Yeah, a slight issue with that front driver's side wheel. God, those wheels are just incredible, though, the amount of detail that they have. I wonder if they're all the same year. These headlights do, or taillights do look a little bit different than the gray one. Yeah, 89. The color on this is Phoenix Red. And then it also came in black, which is the color I didn't get. That's the color he didn't have. But I did get the Madison Blue Pearl, which is a really deep, dark blue. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this car yet. I might just keep it. I don't know. These are beautiful cars. By the way, the brand is Hobby Japan. As far as I know, this is brand new. I did about 2 minutes worth of research. I couldn't find any other casting from this brand. So as far as I know, this is it so far. Now the packaging is just like Tarmac and Inno. So I think all those companies are connected somehow. Ignition, Tarmac, Inno 64, and I feel like I'm missing one. They all are just so similar. But there is something really cool about these Honda Preludes compared to the Inno 64 cars and the Tarmac Works cars. And that is that the Honda Preludes are great rolling cars. So they have awesome stance, awesome detail, awesome fit and finish, a really good build quality, and they roll. And you can't say that for Inno 64 and Tarmac Works. And Inno 64's got a ton of Honda licensing right now. They did the Honda Fit. They've done all kinds of different Civics. They've now done the Accord. So they probably have the most Honda licensing right now. Because Tomica Limited Vintage never really got a lot of Honda licensing. Anyways, I think that's going to wrap up my video, but that's a super killer haul. I love these Honda Preludes. That was like the shocker. He sent me a picture the other night, and I was like, I've seen these before. They look real similar to this, but they were 1/43 scale, and that's what I thought they were. And I asked him, I'm like, are those 1/43? He's like, nope. 1/64. I said, okay, mark me down for one of each. And then I'm such a sucker for Tomica Limited Vintage right now. It's, as in the 5 years that I've collected, I've always gone in spurts, brand spurts. And right now, my spurt is definitely with Tomica Limited Vintage. But I do find myself grabbing more and more of this type of stuff, which I'm all for doing. I love Kyosho and I love Japanese stuff. I'm not real big on the Tarmac Works stuff. The only stuff that I really like are the older Porsches and then all the Japanese stuff. But I don't go quite as aggressively with this stuff as I do with this type of stuff. And with Tarmac and Inno 64, I'm really only looking for stock decos. The only exception to that is cars that aren't available in stock decos, like the Toyota Corollas. But anyways, so that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please like the video. I would like to try to get some more likes on these videos because that'll help the algorithm. And if you don't subscribe, it's always greatly appreciated if you do. And if you do have questions or comments, I do try to respond. Unless you're one of those people that asks if I'll send you cars. Don't be one of those people, please. But hopefully you enjoyed. I know this is not the type of stuff you're going to see on YouTube very often. Although these Honda Preludes, you might see quite a bit of them, because they're going to be, I don't know how many they made. Actually, let me see if I can find that out. It's not. Yeah, it's not printed anywhere on the packaging unless it's like somewhere on that, and that looks like Japanese to me, and I obviously can't read Japanese. So unless the production run is printed there, I won't be able to help you out with how many they made. But if it's anything like Tarmac Works or Inno64, it won't be more than a few thousand of each color. The base is pretty plain. It just has the Prelude font there. But other than that, it's just like a Tarmac or an Inno. They're probably, honestly, made at the same factory. I have a feeling all these cars are made at the same factory. But anyways, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. 3rd gen Honda Prelude. It's the first time we've seen it in 1:64 scale in a premium detailed example. So, and yeah, also wouldn't mind hearing what you guys think of these Tomica Limited Vintage cars. 5 more awesome cars to go into the collection. I'm just going to keep building and building and building that collection. So, all right. Well, you guys have a good Friday. Hopefully I'll be back sometime this weekend with some more awesome diecast. Take care.